I went to a Knicks game with my good pals Jon Stewart and Chris Rock, right? So we went to this Knicks game. Yeah, they're the best. And very hilarious that they hang out with me. It's really weird. But I'm stoked because they're like, heroes. So we're watching the game, and it's the game when Steph Curry breaks like the three-point record, right? And I remember he broke the three-point record in like the first quarter, and just somehow how we were placed, because like he shot it from over there, and me, John, and Chris were under the basket. So like in the picture that everybody put out, that's like, here's him breaking the record. Us three are just like we all look, we completely photobombed like his like whatever basketball card that's gonna be like forever. And it was such a good night, but it's just so weird because like since then, horrible things have happened to me and Chris. So Jon Stewart, if you're watching, watch your fucking back.
You believe the right shit is a liberal, but if you express it incorrectly, you're fucked. It's terrifying. You ever try to talk about like transgender issues in public? Even right now, you're like, we don't got to do this, Neil. Don't go out like your boy. Just move on. But that's exactly my point. It's terrifying. Like, I'm sure we all believe the right shit, but you try to talk about transgender issues in public is like playing conversational Jenga, where you're like, pronouns, he, they, and then Republicans are like, so trannies? We'll call them trannies. What happened here? You guys playing Jenga?
A man can get shot in the middle of the street. People just look at each other. Somebody pick him up. And they'll drag his ass onto the sidewalk. And if there's an accident and they need to get around, guess what's gonna happen to that guy on the sidewalk? Nothing stops the flow of traffic in India, except a cow. Now, I know we've always heard the stories and the jokes about, oh, Indian people don't eat hamburgers. I asked the question and I found out. It's believed that cows are people who have died and they've been reincarnated and their new life is now the cow, which is why they don't eat them and why they give them all the love and respect in the world over there. I saw this firsthand. There's a cow crossing the street while we're driving. And the cows know, they're cocky, they know that they can cross. Friggin', all the and the cows out there all cocky. Gling, 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 gling. No one honks at the cows. No one yells at the cows. No one touches the cows. They wait for the cows to finish crossing. The cow that we had laid down. The driver just shut off the car. Started tweeting. There is a cow in the middle of the street. Hashtag Momo. I asked the driver, what's going on? Sir, there is a cow. I see that there's a cow. Are you going to honk at it, go around? What's going to happen? We cannot honk at the cow. We must wait for the cow to move. You're kidding. I am not kidding. We must wait for the cow. We drove past a dead body 15 minutes ago. That is probably him.
We eat gluten-free, which means we eat all that bread that tastes like free-range Chewbacca. We eat that lesbian bread that's like 1,000% of your daily fiber and 20% spoken word poetry. When you eat it, you queef a poem about supporting Caitlyn Jenner or whatever.
You would think the cops would occasionally shoot a white kid just to make it look good. You would think that every couple of months they'd look at their dead calendar and go, oh my God, we're up to 16. We gotta shoot a white kid quick. Oh, which one? The first one you see singing Cardi B.
My wife has a brother and a sister, and it's been a real education what sisters are like, especially how sisters fight. The way my wife and her sister fight is it escalates so quickly and then is immediately forgotten by both of them. And the only people left to pick up the pieces are those of us unlucky enough to have been there when it went down. This is a very normal argument, a normal fight between my wife and her sister. One of them will say, hey, when you borrowed my sweater, you stretched out the neck. And the other one will say, you were a slut in high school. And we're like, whoa! Where is the middle of that argument? And then the sister will leave and slam the door, and you'll think, well, we're never going to see her again. And then the next day, the buzzer in the apartment rings, and you say, who's that? And she says, it's my sister. And I'm like, what's your sister doing here? And she's like, she's borrowing a sweater. And I'm like, what about the neck? Did you already forget about the neck?
Everyone's always asking me to use my platform, right? Use your platform to spread awareness. Spread it. Spread awareness of vaccines. Ronnie, if you don't use your platform to spread awareness of vaccines, do you know anti-vaxxers might not take the vaccine? And they could die. What am I missing? You're telling me if I do absolutely nothing, I can make humanity better in 1 to 2 generations? I mean, the public utility to effort ratio on that graph is just out of control. Like, if you calculate efficiency on that curve, at this point, it will be socially irresponsible for me to tell people about vaccines. All right? Just mathematically speaking. All right? Like, this is the miraculous technological era that we live in right now. Okay? Within 3 months of this shit breaking out, in March 2020, they decoded the genome of the virus. Yeah, they decoded it. They decoded, you know, like, yo, everyone look, we found it. We found the enemy. Everybody look, we got it right here. Look, it's A, B, 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 G, 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 A, B, D, 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 A, C, 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 T. Can you imagine showing that to these idiots on Facebook? Demanding evidence. So what's the evidence? What's the evidence? Right here. Yeah, we got it. We found the exact sequence of proteins and amino acids. The fuck is this shit? Oh yeah, right, you decoded a genome. Oh yeah, you expect us to believe you decoded a genome. And that's what it looks like. These shitty Scrabble letters. Yeah, I can decode genomes too. Anyone can decode genomes. Watch me decode genomes on my keyboard all day. All these fucking D-average students who are in the back of the classroom. Their entire academic career, they were in the back of the class. Stay the fuck in the back. Don't come to the front during a pandemic because you figured out how to start a podcast. Stay the fuck in the back of your D-average mouth where you belong. You had every opportunity to prove yourself academically and you failed or were mediocre at best at every level. Why the fuck should we listen to you about anything? Let the nerds lead. Yeah. That's what the nerds are for.
Delivery is really a combination of my 2 favorite activities, eating and not moving. Worst part of delivery is getting up and answering the door. Oh, this is a pain in the ass. What am I, the butler? Well, at least I don't have to put on pants. Hand it over. We're getting lazier. It's just a matter of time. Yeah, I want delivery and I'm going to need someone to feed me. No, I'll be in the tub. Yeah, key is under the mat. Chip, chop, chip. Chip, chop, chip. I don't even know what chip, chop, chip is supposed to mean. We want our food fast, too, don't we? That's why we really love those value meals. Just have to say a number. 2. Soon you won't have to speak. It'll just be a noise. All right, I'll supersize it.
You ever eat with a group of white people? Food be free. They be fighting over the bill, too. Tom, give me the bill, Tom. You paid the last 3 times, Tom. Tom, give me the bill. This guy. Tom, give me the bill, Tom. Quit being a prick, man. Just give me the bill, bro.
Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie, right? That was the perfect couple. We were all supposed to emulate. It's 2 perfect people in this relationship. Look at that life. Your life, your simple life. So much better. You don't want that life. Marriage, over. Good. They deserved it. That was arrogance. Take 2 perfect people, put it in one relationship. It's not going to work. You want your marriage to last? You need a little funny looking in it. No, you need to look across the table and think, where are you going to go?
Dude, having kids makes you do crazy shit. I'm not even proud of some of the things I've done, all right? Last year, this was the first time I ever had somebody bully one of my kids. I didn't respond well. This is what I took my older son to a park. He was 2.5. The cutest little kid. And he walks into the park, and he walks up to a playground set. And as he walks up to it, he steps on it, and an older kid, meaning 4, he goes, "You can't play with that. That's mine." And I go, "I'll kick your chest through your back."